we're looking at how to make the perfect pan sauce from leftover meat drippings. This ensures your steak, pork chop, or chicken stays incredibly juicy and is never served dry. This technique builds a rich pan sauce directly from those leftover drippings, permanently solving the problem of a dry cut of meat right there in the skillet. Okay, before we even touch the stove, you need your ingredients separated and pre-measured. You're going to need the meat drippings left in your pan, one finely diced shallot, 120 milliliters of stock, chicken or beef works, 1 tablespoon of butter, and some salt. As for tools, you absolutely must use the exact same skillet you just cooked your meat in. That's non-negotiable because it retains our essential cooking base. Grab a wooden spoon, and we're ready. Phase 1, the flavor base. Now, the second you take the meat out, do not wash that pan. Washing it is a huge mistake that literally washes your entire flavor base down the drain. The correct move is to keep those brown bits stuck to the bottom. That is the absolute foundation of your sauce. Leave those brown bits right where they are. Over medium heat, drop your diced shallot directly into the hot pan. You want to stir that for about 1 to 2 minutes, cooking the shallot in that residual fat. Here's what you're looking for. Visually, the shallots are going to soften up just a bit, but the pan itself must absolutely retain those brown bits on the bottom. Phase 2, deglazing the pan. Before you pour anything in, double-check your liquid. Using water? Massive mistake. It gives you a flat sauce with zero body. You've got to use stock. Stock is what actually builds that rich flavor and gives the sauce its structural backbone. Go ahead and pour in your 120 milliliters of stock. Immediately take that wooden spoon and start scraping the bottom of the skillet. This action extracts all that concentrated flavor that's stuck to the metal. Pay attention to the sensory cues here. You're listening for a hard sizzle the second that stock hits the hot metal. And visually, all those brown bits should dissolve completely into the liquid, leaving the bottom of your skillet totally smooth. Phase 3, reducing the sauce. Do not rush this part. If you skip the reduction step, you're stuck with a thin, watery sauce. You need to let it simmer down. This evaporates the excess water and leaves you with a thick, highly concentrated flavor profile. Watch how this physically transforms over time. At the 1-minute mark, the liquid will still cover the pan entirely. By 2 minutes, you'll see rapid simmering bubbles. And by minute 3, the liquid should be visibly reduced by half. To verify it's reduced properly, just dip your wooden spoon right into the sauce. The simmering liquid needs to lightly coat the back of the spoon without immediately running off. If it sticks, you nailed it. Phase 4, finishing off heat. Listen closely, because this is a strict, non-negotiable rule. Do not return the pan to the heat after adding your butter. If you do, it will break into a greasy liquid. Boiling the butter literally destroys the emulsion we are trying to build. So pull the pan completely off the heat source, add your tablespoon of butter, and then continuously swirl the pan, or just stir it rapidly with your spoon. This mechanical action forces the fat and the liquid to bind together. Here's your final visual cue. That butter will melt into a glossy, thick sauce. It absolutely must not separate into clear fat and liquid. When you see that perfectly uniform gloss, you know your emulsion was a success. Finally, just taste it for salt. Then, pour that finished sauce straight over your rested meat. And there is your final verification. The surface is perfectly glossy, and the sauce heavily coats the meat, completely solving the problem of a dry cut.